Hey Darren, Viola here. How you doing? I wanted to quickly go through your website here and go through a couple of your competitors and then talk about a couple of things that we can do to help you with. Right now, I noticed that you do have a pretty large site based on all these locations that you guys have. First off, let me start by saying I love that you have an immediate call to action. It looks like you guys pretty much get the idea as far as what a site needs to entail. But keep in mind that these pages need to have at least 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on it. And I noticed you have approximately 350, somewhere around there. So you want to increase the amount of content on here. But let's talk about this, right? So when somebody goes to Google and they're typing in tankless water heater Atlanta, the first thing you see are the Google guarantee ads, right? Those are obviously paid ads. So are these paid ads as well. But then you have this map pack section, which has everything to do with the Google business profile, getting your business listed throughout different directories such as Angie's List, Yelp, etc. And I'm not going to go too far with that because I noticed that you guys are ranking for tankless water heater in Kennesaw. So you get the idea. What I am creating this video for you for is because I noticed you have a ton of locations that you guys are servicing. However, I want to point out how you can put all of the service pages to use. So that way, when somebody searches for get me hot water, they don't only see just this, or hot water solutions, excuse me. They don't just see you guys with the 1 GBP. What will populate is something more like this. Like when somebody types in been there, dump that. I know this is a totally different niche than what you guys service, but it's the same concept when it comes to Google, right? Notice how they pretty much dominate the entire map. Right. And that's because they have different locations, but they probably don't actually have locations in these different areas. They just service these areas. But each location has a different phone number, a different city, same state, but the same business name. So this is pretty much what you guys need to have happen for you. And that way you guys can put all of these different service pages that you have to use. Also, I want to point out that your home page currently isn't going anywhere, which may have an issue with something I'm about to show you in just a second. I want to go back to this tankless water heater Atlanta because we'll start there since that's probably the largest search volume. And right now the number one is Atlanta tanklesswaterheaters.com. So let's go ahead, and they're right here as well too. So I want to take a look at their website so you can see what that competition looks like. This is their website, okay? And I'll be honest, you guys' website looks 1,000 times better, but yet they are ranking, right? And this just tells me that you guys have a huge opportunity to outrank them when it comes to content, as far as, and when it comes to what your site looks like, right? But let's take a look at something deeper. So this is a tool that I use called Eras. It just lets me see the back end of a website and what's going on with it. All right. And this is that same company, Atlanta Tankless Water Heaters. Just for context, the UR is essentially a trust flow from Google, and the DR is essentially a power flow. And both of these numbers are increased based on something called a backlink. And all a backlink is simply an endorsement from another company with a website that has a link on it. And when somebody clicks on that link, it takes them over to your website, and in turn it passes trust and power over to your site. Now, we could obviously go in here and see what they have working for them and figure out how we can copy it and get it to work for you. But I want to hop into the organic keywords, because once you hyper focus on some of these keywords and you get in front of them, that's what's going to propel you guys to get the business moving forward. So if you take a look here, tankless water heaters Atlanta, 50 people look for this particular keyword per month. This company is in the number 2 position, as we just saw, and they get 8 calls per month just from this one keyword organically. For example, then you have Atlanta water heaters, 100 people look for this keyword per month. This company is in the number 10 position, and they get 2 calls per month just from that one keyword. So, you know, the list goes on, but these are the keywords that you want to hop in front of, because the more people that are going to be able to find your website, it's going to turn into the more people that are going to be able to call you, and then turn into the more clients that you're going to be able to land. And the last site I wanted to show you is yours. So this is your site right now, and this is pretty typical. I found this pretty interesting. You guys have quite a bit of power going to your site, but not a lot of trust. So it just tells me that you want to check out where your backlinks are coming from, because it's not indexing with Google. And that's probably because that homepage is not, it's probably because of where it's coming from, and that homepage isn't currently active. But again, this is pretty typical. This is normal for a website that hasn't been marketed, or if you haven't really worked with a marketer, this is totally normal. But again, just to review what I said, there are 3 things that you pretty much want to do. Number 1, you want to get some more content on that home page. Okay, number 2, get those keywords into the content. And number 3, get some high quality backlinks to help power your website. And those 3 simple steps is what you will have to do for each one of these locations. So it's almost like you're going to treat each location like it's its own little business. So whatever you did to get hot water solutions to the number 1 spot here is what will have to happen for each one of these locations. But instead of everything being directed to the home page, you got to now direct it to each one of these location pages as it's its own entity. All right, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much. I hope you could put this to use, Darren. I try to keep this under 5 minutes, but let me know if there's anything else I could help you with. Other than that, I want to hear some feedback on if you think this was helpful. All right, have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.